and the finest day, maybe, of my life, because your eyes do not deceive you, and your ears are accurately telling you that the Oblivion theme is playing, because the Oblivion Remaster is here. And I'm just gonna get to it, because I'm gonna have to pause for talking so many times as we go. So let's just go. I've changed the sound inputs a little bit earlier, but let's just hop into it. And
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
amazing voice acting, of course, from Sir Patrick Stewart.
I've seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
Just, oh my goodness, look at him. Dremor Lord, looking very heavy metal. Is it not showing up over there? Is it? Is the video not going over there? I'm gonna lose my mind.
Akatosh 433.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway,
Closing days of the third era.
how embarrassing! I got so looking at that.
Final
It should be fixed soon, I hope. Anyway, apologies. Just in time for the music to kick on. Anyway, there's a little cinematic there. But here we... Just in time, right? The Imperial City lays before us. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I'm not very good at this whole internet thing. But... Oh, man, what do you do when your dreams come true, right? Like, what is left when something that you never thought would come to you arrives? Who among us has not talked with hope, and yet it's here. And yet it's here. All right, so first off, character creation. We're just going to speed through this. We're going to be a wood elf because a wood elf is my traditional one. How do we become a lady? There we go. All right. Open stats. They've got these origin things here. That's different. Ah! Marvelous. Good. Very good. So in original Oblivion, the gender of your character determined the stat weighting. So like, look, if we go here to like Red Guards, you know, you'd have one weighting with a higher strength and then one with higher personality, and those used to be gendered weightings. So very nice that they got rid of that, because that was really obnoxious when you made an Oblivion character and the game was basically like, hey, it's objectively better to be this kind of character model, which I disagree with. But here we go. Let's just get to be an appropriate dark elf tone. There we go, not too orangey. All right. Face, basically fine, right? Basically. What matters is hair. Hair's pretty good. Could be better. Maybe? Nope. How do we get the cool chopsticks things again? I do have to say, nice. You know, the hair is pretty good. Not terribly amazing, pretty good. Yeah, basic hairstyle. It's got like bones to hold the buns back. I like the what I call the Eastern European braid around the head. It's probably got a name, and I hope I'm not ignorant for calling it what I do. Irrelevant, ultimately, hopefully. All right, so hair, color, blah blah blah. Maybe more. Yeah, good. Fine. Excellent. Wonderful. Perfect. And so when Oblivion came out, this is what I would have named my characters. So this is what she's getting named again. So here's Alyssa. She's nimble and quick, resistant to diseases. Blah blah blah. She's a wood elf. So what are we gonna do? Well, we'll just figure it out over time, right? Hey, Natasha. It's the most wonderful day ever. I finally figured out how to make the screen have something on it,
Well,
and
now, a pretty little wood
this
elf.
creep.
You're a little far from the forest, huh? Looks like your days of woodland frolicking have come to a tragic end.
I hate this
To
dude
go
so
from
much.
the graded realm of Valenwood to a rat-infested hole like this. How very sad. Those walls must feel like they're closing in on you. Pretty soon you'll go mad, and the guards will cut your throat just to stop the ranting. That's right. You're going to die in here, Wood Elf. Die. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire.
It's so pretty.
They only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
It's like this is what Oblivion looks like whenever I
What's up with the
daydream
watch?
about it, right?
Never mind. Get
And
that
now
gate open.
now it does look
Stand
like
back,
that.
prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in
And of
our
course,
way.
it's very important to get into the corner of the cell here, or they'll get mad and,
No sign of
you know,
pursuit, sir.
tell you to
Stay
get
put,
back.
prisoner.
Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you.
I love Oblivion's intro
Let me
sequence.
see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
And we'll be like, who are you? Even though it's very obvious.
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
Yep, I've heard basically nothing about the remaster other, it existed, and I have friends that were playing it a bit, but they were like, yeah, it's great. But I played the original
Gods have placed you
extensively
here so
once
that
upon
we
a
will
time.
meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
But not for many, many years. Be like, what
You
should
will
I
find your own
do?
path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
But I don't have a plan for what I'm going to do, so it's pretty exciting in that regard. I'm not going to
Better not
play
close this
how I
one.
used to
There's
play,
no way to
which
open it from the other side.
This
is
doesn't
the
concern you,
grindiest
prisoner.
nonsense
Looks like
you've
this
ever
is your
even
lucky day.
imagined.
Just stay out of our way.
I didn't look around in the cell. There's nothing in there. There's like some bones and jars, but there's not like any gear or anything. I'm gonna. It's so beautiful.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Oh no, not an assassin. I'm gonna I'm gonna do my best here.
This one's mine.
This is really all because of me. Sometimes you can get like a potion.
Captain Renault.
Oh, Captain Renault, terrible.
She's dead.
Alright, how do we... There we go, and where's the magic at? How do we... Yeah, still got it.
Sorry, sire.
And now I have a sick katana.
How could they be waiting
I will
for us
never,
here?
ever grow out of
Who knows
thinking
what they
that
had
walking
on
around being an elf with a sick katana is not amazing. It's just the
They won't
coolest
be the
way that a
first to
person can be.
underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
entertainingly, you are supposed to obey them. So you can't go there, and you're like, oh no, a rat. A rat? Back in my day, they were called skeevers. Alright, so into the tutorial we go. We're just gonna sneak around a little bit here. A brief amount. Alright, a shield. Magnificent. And a bow. Now we're talking. And of course, this is the important, body at the beginning of a game. Oh no, not... Alright, so Oblivion lockpicking is, we'll just talk about it as it happens. It can be a real challenge. It's based on, like, flicking the tumblers up and then hitting the button at a precise time, and depending on the difficulty of the lock, they'll all fall down, or there'll be, like, higher difficulties or whatever. And it's based on, like, sound, and there's sort of, like, stickiness to it a little bit. It's great fun. Athletics increased to 6. So athletics is a skill in this game. So is acrobatics, which is to say that you level up a skill just by running and swimming, which is better, and by jumping and falling, because as physics teaches us, falling is just jumping in a slightly different direction, right? And the game used to interpret, and maybe still does, I'm not sure, falling down as, of course, jumping high, because that is exactly what falling is. You know, and try explaining to a computer that it isn't. Alright, so can I... Oh, boy. You can block with the weapon now. That's good. So tool wielding, or like... So once upon a time, you just, like, had a shield. Which I guess I could still get. Alright, how do we... No, not the arrow. Alright. I just need to check out how the archery is, as soon as we find another body. Oh, wow, yeah, we've got... so there's a bunch of heavy armor and stuff in there. We're not really going to roll with the heavy armor. I rarely choose to go with heavy armor. Is it worse than Skyrim lockpick? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's the door we just came out of. Ha. So Skyrim lockpicking is like, you're familiar. You know, you get to a specific place, and any lock has one definitive answer. Oblivion lockpicking is... Wait, do I need to equip the arrows, too. Of course I do. Little... Oh, right. Interesting. Definitely. Whoa, boy. Alright, so out of stamina, I'm like, how is this working here? Yeah, so how this magic wheel is working, it's just like on one of the triggers, which is wonderful. Like how Oblivion, you have like your favorite system. In Skyrim, you have your favorite system. In this, so I can just like swap to this and then swing, heal, and then go right back to swinging with my sword without doing anything. And that's the same for, you know, like if you have like a fire spell or whatever. So for doing like Spellblade type of stuff, like the fluidity of magic is wonderful. And of course you'll be able to block while you're still doing your magic and stuff, which is a form in Oblivion's combat system, or rather their magic system, that a lot of people felt was lacking in Skyrim, and it's really great how they've captured it here. Just, you know, typical rat tutorial. This looks really great. We just, like, I'm not even looking at the things we're looting. They're potions, which is why I'm looting them. Y'all know the way that potions are. You know, it's an Elder Scrolls game. You pick them up, and then you look at them much later if something goes wrong. Ah, lettuces and cheeses. Very good. Oh, no, not a rat. Oh yeah, I should probably put some gear on. I picked up some, and I should probably put it on. There we go. Boom. Oh yeah, look at me now. Look at me now. I am so tough. My haircut no longer matters. Just as it should be. Alright, so this spell called Clairvoyance, I don't actually know what it's like now. It used to, like, do a little path. Maybe it's improved. Okay, it's awesome. You get particles in the air for, like, a while now. It used to be just, like, a little beam of light. I actually kind of love it. So, you know, if you want your handheld on the way out, you know, you just cast this spell, and it's like, hey, this is the way to walk through, and it's a way to not get lost. But it used to not be nearly this good at indicating it, so I feel like that's, yeah, that's amazing. Good stuff. Because Oblivion can be very frustrating to, like, find where you're trying to go, right? But that's a spell that helps you with it. Especially, like, you get to the end of a place, and you're like, how do I get out of here? You don't want to keep on going to your map. And Clairvoyance is a good skill for that, which is why they start your characters with it. Of course, other characters might have other spells, you know, based on the race you have, but I think they all start with Clairvoyance and Minor Wounds, because, you know, those are pretty foundational. As a Wood Elf, we have the lowest endurance in the game at 30, which I'm not going to talk too much about stat weightings. They are very important, though. Oh, nice. Look how good it looks to pick the mushrooms. Excellent. Excellent. Alchemy, good stuff too. We're just gonna avoid those little skulls hanging from the roof. For tradition's sake, mostly. Oh, man. Six wheels of cheese, magnificent. Now we're really talking. And we're just going to... You don't want to... Haha! You know, as in all things, you want to slow down a little bit if you think they're noticing you. Sneaking still feels much as it did before. I think this is the part where they want you to do the sneak tutorial, but I also wanted to do the sneaking, so... More stuff for alchemy. Alright, so here's how the thing works. For higher difficulty locks, more of these tumblers will be down. And you hit up on the thumbstick, and then when it's at the top, you hit the input. So, you know, the easy locks are easy, but when you get to the more difficult ones, if you make mistakes, the other ones can fall back down. So it's not at all like, oh, you're on a master lock in Skyrim. You're like, all right, is it by this little scratch? Okay, it's slightly to the right of that or to the left. It's much more intensive because when your lockpicking's low, you make a mistake on a master lock, they all drop again. But there is a skeleton key in the game, which is a thing that most Oblivion players go for when they can, when they're experienced. Because it can be a little annoying. All right. Haha! He was no match. No match at all. We're playing on Adept, which I might turn it up to Expert. It just depends. But, I mean, the tutorial, I honestly didn't know how much I was going to remember. But it's like in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf's like, you know, perhaps your hands would remember their old strength if they held your sword. And Theoden gets a sword, and he's like, oh, yeah, this is absolutely where it's at. This is good stuff. I'm so glad I picked this sword up. Now I remember everything. And that's sort of how this feels. Because I played maybe more Oblivion than Skyrim. Oblivion was a really big part of my life when it came out. It was... aha! So that is, of course, the stylish way to do it. Using traps is quite simply the only elegant way to deal with things. Of course, it's a tutorial, so they sort of telegraph the trap for you. But nothing feels better in an RPG to me than finding ways to use the environment against them. And we hurt our own leg with the log a little bit, which is fair, you know. You can't just be walking over logs on the ground. Bam. And again, these are all very easy locks. Even when you get up to normal ones, it's not like automatic. Even a relatively like experienced lockpick player will make mistakes on it occasionally. Let's get our old bow out. Oh no, not a berserker. Let's get our old katana out. He's no match. He's no match at all. But that makes sense, you know. This is, I keep saying it, this is after all the tutorial. And we have got a wizard over here, so we're going to, or a witch rather. This is our boss character. And of course they're just like living here, happily enjoying their lives underneath the Imperial City, underneath the Imperial prisons. Ah yes, we have found a repair hammer, as the game says. In Skyrim, you know, you get an item and it's there. In Oblivion, you have durability of items. So we need to just go get our little hammer. Nope, not there. What? Where do we do it at? Alright, there's like a button where we should be repairing them. We'll find it later. But anyway, so your weapons and armor degrade through use, like in any other game where you have durability on them. And the repair hammer's repair is its own whole skill. And an element of it is that until you get slightly high in repair, you can't actually repair magic items. So you know, you have to go pay somebody who knows how to do it until you get your repair skill up enough. Repair is a very important skill because so skills in Oblivion are linked to stats when you level up. If it's still the way it used to be, I imagine that it is. And because of this, some skills are important and other ones are less important. Like if you want endurance for hit points, so you care a lot about leveling up those skills, no matter what else is going on, essentially.
Help. What makes you think help will get here before more of those battles? Here they come again. We need to get the Emperor out of here.
So, like, if you're trying to level up speed, then you have to, you know, use your athletics or your acrobatics or light armor, and like
she might be working with the assassins.
Each skills are linked to stats when you level up.
She can help us. She must help us.
But you have to choose what stats you level up on your levels.
Come closer. I'd prefer not to have to shout.
We'll put the blade away to make him calm.
I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
Yeah, like the markets, the Nine, they care a lot about that. Very Adam Smith. I will say, I don't think about it. Because I don't want to admit to him that as a wood elf, I'm not really that motivated by their gods.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens.
Of course,
The
Uriel
skies
Septim
are marked with numberless sparks,
really
each a
likes
fire,
stars.
and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
All right, so here, this is a mega important choice, entertainingly. So, I'm not going to get too into the min-maxing nature of it, but there's a lot of stats in the game, and only one of them is called luck. Is luck still here? Where's my... Yeah, so the thief is the only correct choice. So, luck, when you level up all the other skills when you level up, you get up to 5 points, but luck only gets, a point per level. So this, if the fortify luck here for thief is worth basically 10 points of putting one of your 3 stat increases into luck. And you could have more magic or, speed or anything like that, but fundamentally, although some of these are very cool, the only correct choice is the Sign of the Thief. And my character classically is a thief archer that does magic and stuff anyway. So, no, not the apprentice. So we're going to do thief. But if you're wondering, this is objectively the best choice for power. We're not going to go into, I'm not going to be min-maxing all the stats on the character. But it just so happens that this also is the correct choice.
The end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
So luck affects basically every skill in the game, and makes them. It makes you better at everything. By a percentile thing, up to a certain point.
The thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
And for just a few skills, it scales. But so getting max luck is not that important, but it is a way of spending just a shocking amount of time leveling up in a very specific way, which you'll never guess if I did that. Yes, I did. Not today, though. We're not going to do that. We're going to say, can you see my fate?
Grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors.
Oh yeah, spoilers. This guy's totally right. He's not going to last very long here. I didn't know if you knew that, but he's right.
Glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Oh yeah, the stats and leveling in Oblivion. So Morrowind is another level of just insane complexity, but leveling up in Oblivion is quite complicated, and doing it in an optimal way is very, very difficult to do. And in fact, I don't recommend it. It's not important, but if you're obsessive, it's you got to spend a lot of time managing how things happen.
I go to my grave.
Which once we get out of it, I'll expound on that a little bit.
Calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
But basically, you can waste skills, like skill ups. So when you level up, you choose 3...
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Boris, I am incredibly useful. You should carry a torch.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
What an elegant way of putting it, Boris.
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it. Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
So as I said, when you level up, there are 3 abilities, or stats rather, that you increase. Speed, willpower, intelligence, strength, endurance, all the luck, all the ones that do what they say they do. And as I've said, when you level up, your strength-related skills, that's when you can get more stats out of strength. But here's where it gets harder. So if you level up a lot of different things that level up, say, willpower and intelligence and speed and charisma, personality, I think it's called.
The end is in sight.
What am I doing wrong? I need to go in front of them? So I keep getting distracted by actually playing the game, so I'm talking about the mechanics of it. So when you go to level up, if you want to hit endurance and strength and speed, say, every point you got for something that leveled up intelligence is wasted. The game, unless it's different now, the game doesn't remember that, though. At least it didn't. So you would have to be careful about all the stuff you did, because you wouldn't want to get like 3 agility points, you know, and 5 endurance and 5 strength and 5 willpower, because then all of those agility points just disappear, and now it's harder to get those agility points later if you're trying to max it. And I can't stress enough that this does not matter. The game is quite playable on all difficulties without being obsessive about the stats.
Let me take a look.
But if you care, it's very difficult to manage things such that you get optimal level ups.
Come with us.
Looks clear.
But I'm gonna make myself
almost
not
through to the sewers.
be insane about it. When I tell you that I have spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in one house in Oblivion fighting against my own skeletons just to get perfect levels
The gate is barred from the other side.
on multiple characters. I mean, I've spent hundreds of hours doing it.
Worth a try. Let's go.
And I regret nothing. I want to be very clear that I liked those times that I spent doing it. Athletics increased to 10. Yep. So, and then also in Oblivion, you only level up by laying down.
They're behind us.
So if you
Wait
get
here,
to a
sir.
level, but like you,
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life. This
For
one's
the
mine.
Emperor!
but you can't lay down. All of the other stats that you get are wasted skills are wasted in terms of the stats that they relate to for that level
I
up.
can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Stranger,
Oh, I turned my back. Anyway, he got shanked.
pick up with the
This
cold
one's
sword scepter.
This one's
My bad.
take them down.
The Amulet of Kings.
Oblivion take you. No. Talos, save us.
Anyway, like I said, spoilers. The Emperor gets killed, and I was looking away when it happened.
Failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor now.
Whoopsie.
He and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
He gave it to me.
Strange.
It's even true.
He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I must take it to Joffrey.
He said that? Why?
There is another.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
Yes, how do I get there,
First,
Boris?
you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced scout. Am I right?
And here's where you choose your subclass. Yeah, so here is the other thing. So major skills are how you get your levels up. And only by increasing those specific skills do you move towards the level. So your minor skills will still relate to your stat increases. Yeah, the dramatic light is very nice. Your minor skills are always related to stat increases, but like right here, so if I choose this acrobatics, alchemy, armor, athletics, blade, block, light armor, all of the magic I do will never increase my actual level, right? All the sneaking I do won't do it or anything. So this is actually like this is a hard thing to choose for a new person who plays the game because it's not intuitive how important it is. And I'm actually not going to get like too obsessive about it. I'm probably just going to go here with Rogue. Rogue's fine. We're going to take athletics off major skill though. It's athletic. The thing about major skills is if you have major skills that are hard to grind in any way, like athletics, the only way to do it is by running or by paying someone to level it up. You'll get to a point where it's very difficult. Yeah, so they're like, all the 7 skills get a specialization, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to be a stealth character. And we take an endurance. So technically, you're supposed to take luck here, by the way. Luck is the objectively correct thing to do. But we are going to take personality because, because Alyssa wants to be liked. She's a wood elf on the fringes of society, and she wants to be tougher and be more likable. But if you're wondering, luck is the objectively correct choice. That's what you're supposed to do. Because you get 5 points of luck, and then, like I said earlier, that's 5 whole levels. So you would, like, with Thief and the luck thing here, you get 15 points of luck over a base, which is the equivalent of 15 levels, spending 1/3 of your choices onto it. So it's just what you're supposed to do. So major skills, it's good to have, because if we're doing blade and block, bam, good. If we're going to do archery, which is marksman here, great. Do we do sneak? We could. Sneak would be a way to accidentally level up too fast, but it's also a way that you can always not level up, which is a thing that I would recommend doing. We're going to take illusion because I want to be, an illusion secondary thing here. So that's 5, right? Blade and block, a little bit of magic, a little bit of shooting, and sneaking. So what are the last 2? Alchemy is a very easy way to level up a lot or none at all. It's a way you can turn money into it in an abstract way, right? Because you can always go buy alchemy ingredients. But I don't know if we want our character to be like an alchemist, so we'll probably not do that. All of the spell schools are very cool, but using them for primary skills can be a little perilous. If you use armor, of course, you got to let yourself get hit or you can't level up. Selling things is a great way to passively just level up no matter what, and I think we'll go with mercantile for that. That leaves us with 1 more to do. You've got blade and blunt, for your 2 weapon types. I like swords better than clubs, right? So that's what we're going to go with. We could choose another magic school. We could go with, like, destruction and go, like, spell blade with it, and then just be, like, have blade, block, marksman, and destruction. I don't love that abstractly, but I like it. If I didn't know how the game worked, this is how I would want to build a character, right? We're an adventurer. We do all the stuff. We're illusory. We blow things up. We smash with our swords, which is, I guess, more cutting. But yeah, so there we go. Did I just scrap that? Please say it saved it. Oh no. What? I hate everything. Anyway, never mind. It's still got it there. We're good. No, it still saved it. We'll be a nice adventurer. I said continue.
Really? I would never have guessed. Still, I don't think you'll have any trouble with rats and goblins. You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Yes, I understand. Like, I'm not going to be like, explain more.
The
Please
Emperor's
don't tell me
trust
anymore.
was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
No. I am reduced to this pathetic thing, alas.
Leave the Emperor in peace.
And of course, you can't get the sick katana any other way. Not for a little while. But anyway, that is that. And now it's time to continue on. The Emperor is dead, R.I.P. And the door to the sewers is inexplicably called Boris's key. The tutorial continues. Because of our class, so all those choices that we made as far as the primary things and the skills and all that, that determines where things are going to start at. So you'll note that now we started doing like a bunch more damage basically instantly, and that's why. Because before our character was, you know, the Wood Elf default, and now we are the fancy pants destructor of enemies. Did taking destruction primary give me one? No, but taking this did. Ah, there it was. I'm like, I might have had these all along and I just forgot they were in different things. So let's go here. We've got Cold Touch, so that'll be our oh my goodness. So Beast Tongue, that's like a Alright, so here's the all. So there's different kinds of spells, right? You have ones that you touch, you have ranged ones, and you know, ones that cast on yourself automatically. So we're just going to get our Cold Touch here, and he'll be a frozen rat stuck in the middle of it. Oh my goodness, what wonders! And the model's not glitching out or anything, so that's nice. Did I not put a light on? No, I didn't. That's right, I accidentally moved it elsewhere. And now we've got a little light. It barely works at all. You can, the Oblivion magic system is the best thing in the world. It's wonderful. You basically customize spells. So there are ones that you can like buy out in the world, but you can also like say, I want this magic to cast a light that's this big or whatever, and then it just tells you how much it'll cost. And here we go. There's the gate of the dragon that we would all recognize, and the gate to the city isle, the end of the tutorial. Now, by way of long tradition, it is very important to make a pure save right here, because this is the end of the tutorial, and as you open the gate, you have an opportunity to make your whole character over again. So it's not like Skyrim, where you make your character and then you run out. Like, right here, you can just make a new character immediately, change everything about it. But, of course, we're going to... So the difference here is you could have higher endurance or higher personality. We're going to go with personality, even though endurance is objectively the right thing. I do want to stress that that is just the truth that it is the correct way to go is to choose endurance. We're just not going to do it because we want to be likable. You know, that's our thing. We just want to be popular. We just want to be an awesome thief wizard who everybody likes. That's what's going on. We have escaped the Imperial sewers and gotten an achievement. So beautiful. Man, it's really something. Oh man, I've walked out of that door a lot of times, and in my heart, it always looked like this, and it was just my eyes that couldn't see it, right? But this is always how it was, and oh man, this is good. This is real good. This is perfect. This is real good stuff. Let's just get to it, right? So this is the world. Let's just walk across the road and see what's going on in there. Let's go on an adventure. I wonder what happens if you jump into the water. Oh yeah. What happens is you swim. Swimming is good for athletics. It makes you popular and it makes you tough. Not really. It makes you fast.
Huh. Whatever it was, it's gone now.
So we can tell that these people are bad, right? You might ask how. Irrelevant. We can tell that they're bad. Not least that they are, called bandits. You might say, how did you know that before you shot them? Alyssa just knows. Alyssa can tell by looking at people whether or not she's allowed to shoot them. It's just something she can do. And that's good, it's good to be a part of that. Oh, the running animation. Are you kidding? It looks so good. Look at the feet. And you jump with your legs across from each other? Okay, this is about as much as my heart can take. What a wonderful day. We're just gonna jump around now. What a time to be alive. We're gonna open this crate. Inkwell's garbage. We have discovered Vilverin. Oh no, not a mud crab. That was actually really fluid. This... I'm not sure how the parkour is going to work and feel like the real thing, but this is really nice how... Oh yeah, and also it doesn't pause the game for you to use this wheel either, which is nice. I mean, you can pause and change what's going on, but it's a really pleasantly fluid combat, in my opinion, compared to what you get with Skyrim whenever you try to move things around. And so here's this ruin, and I guess we're gonna go in. I guess that's what to do. And this is not what I normally do. But we're not doing what I normally do, because again, it's incredibly grindy, and there's no joy in the way I typically play Oblivion.
Who's that?
Boom! And of course, the nice thing is, you know, you've got your archery, and then you're just like blast them with your heavy damage touch spells. It's like I was talking about earlier. You know, you got your fireballs and your fire bolts and your fire touch and all that, and all of those are, you know, they have different mana costs, magic costs, and powers related to it. So you might get, you know, much less power out of a spell that shoots and has like a small AoE fireball, but much more power out of like you touch them and it only hits the thing you touch. But you can sculpt your spells, like I was saying, in those various ways to make like a big AoE fireball if that's what your dream is or whatnot. A little trap there, we're gonna avoid it. Oh man, this looks really good. Sorry about you, lady. She didn't hear me swing the first time. That's good. I forgot. I was trying to do a power attack. You don't do power attacks from sneak. That is not the way. Just need to. Yeah, it was like I was missing a point of something. We still have, I think it's a heavy helmet, but we're just gonna have to wait until we get a better one. Just a little noticing of a trap. Good stuff. I don't really remember this ruin particularly. I'm just doing, ooh, pretty.
What's that?
Alien ruins, they're like the equivalent of like, you know, like elvish ruins. They're like so like how in Skyrim you have, you know, like all the Draugr things and all of that. You often find alien ruins here, which are the previous inhabitants of the place and what remains from them. This is gonna be sick. They're just gonna be sitting at their table like a dummy, and I'm going to stab them. Amazing. Never should have come here. Oh no.
Hello? Who's there?
All right, we'll shoot through this. Yes. Oh my goodness. I missed.
Don't feel bad. No one lives forever. Die, Kerr!
You first. Yeah, so anyway, Oblivion's combat's really great, and this is wonderful. All the changes they've made, because the melee combat and the archery used to be much worse, but the magic was basically just like this, and the magic was wonderful. And being able to shoot through the hole in a thing like that and get through, and like to have like a relatively true character model to archery thing, like that's nice. Like I like this a lot. This feels really good mechanically, very modern, which I mean that in a nice way. Y'all know me, I'm more of a classical guy in a lot of ways, but the modern mechanics are definitely an improvement on the old ones, in my opinion. Oh, you want to have an archery duel with a wood elf? He's better at this than I am. I'm just gonna sit still. Haha! Never should have come here. So it takes like a ton of magic for the curing of wounds. Relative, I think the original build might have had some bonus to it, but you know, it's still very important to try. Unless it isn't. All right, enemies where?
you! You're pathetic!
So a note on armor types. So, you know, like in all games, you know, you got your light armor and your heavy armor, and so they're linked to different skills though. So light armor is not linked to endurance, and heavy armor is. So that's a reason that heavy armor is quite good in a lot of ways. But you know, you have your sneak penalties, and it's heavier, and you know, your speed penalties and all of that, just like you would expect in an RPG. That sort of makes you balance it. Give me more of these easy chests before you give me something hard. Nothing worse than like. So there is, I think, I didn't even look. There's an automatic button for Oblivion lockpicking, which most people end up devolving to, and you just basically hit the button and it breaks lockpicks algorithmically until it determines that you've opened it. But if you want to actually do lockpicking, it can get really annoying. I imagine they left that in. I would be surprised if they had taken it out. Ooh, Welcome stones. I don't remember what they're for. They sell for something though. Maybe they give you like magic if you eat them. I don't know, but they sell for something. A dirty scroll which would not have anything written on it. Alright, this can't be where I needed to end up. Can it? The thing about Oblivion is sometimes you go to a place and it's just like, is this place incredibly lame, or did I just turn the wrong direction? Fortunately, clairvoyance will never desert you. It might be leading me out for all I know, but at least that would be a direction. Yes, it is definitely leading me out, but that means that we didn't get very far in, did we? No, we just turned right, which means we could have turned left? Question mark? Oh no, that's where we went this way. Down here where we shot the guys. Yes. It's like, I know there's a place we haven't been here. Ah! Ooh, fancy door. Very, very fancy door indeed.
What's that? Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Fire looks very good. So they're like, yeah, the shadows are decent. You got, yeah, you got the legs. You can see the curvature there. You get like spaces and not. Oh no, a Khajiit.
There you die.
I have always considered our people
Am I
friends.
supposed to be impressed?
Okay, I must have had the wrong thing out. Well, fine. I guess we'll
Jump on my sword
fight the old-fashioned way. So, as with everything, hitting people with the sword is probably better than being bad at being a wizard. However, being bad at being a wizard is incredibly fun. Incredibly fun. But, so the cold touch does like 15 damage, which makes it good. Aliot Cask. But yes, there was a button for automatic attempts, just as there used to be. But I'm like, you still get the level, the skill points for doing it, for the lockpicking, without doing it, which is nice. You know, like a lot of games would have made it more painful. I mean, Skyrim, for example, doesn't let you automatically pick the locks, but it's a much less. Ooh. Very spooky. And this one is called a dead bandit to let me know that they were dead before I got here. To be intimidating? Question. Let's get your body out of there. Nope. Can I not move bodies anymore? Unimportant. Alright, so this is a good example of it. So if you watch, like, sometimes it goes up and sticks there for a second and goes down slowly. And sometimes it's very quick. So, like, missing both of those. Yeah, and I'm missing just all of these. So now it's locked in, but one of them will usually be harder than the other ones. But if you tap it a few times, you can get like different results out of the tumbler. It's not even the same every time, and that's Oblivion lockpicking. But I don't hate it, but I've had many years of experience, and it feels exactly like it used to, which, you know, is both good and bad. Like, wow, you really nailed this mechanic that maybe was a mistake, but oh, water. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Alright, so I can't breathe underwater. That's just something about me you may not know, but it is true. However, I do desire to know what's in this room. Aha! Skeletons are quite cold resistant, as you might expect. Yeah, so in Oblivion, archery does not feel this good. Archery feels wonderful here. Just very fluid. If you're like a person who has ever played a video game where you shoot a bow and arrow, like this feels just right, you know. Where are we going? Here? Yes, the Vilverand Vendicel. Or Windicel. I don't know if they would be like the Germanic V's. I never know. I just do it to be funny. Not funny. That's not the right word. Quirky? Anyway, probably fail at that too. Who knows why anyone does anything? Why do I speak in this ridiculous French accent? You know, that kind of thing. There's a trap on the floor there. You can tell by the way it is. So that, the floor fell out underneath him. I didn't know what kind of trap it was, but... Oh, I'm almost dead. Does that zombie, like, just pop up behind me? Who knows? It's not me. Like, do we... Oh yeah, they got, nice little things there. Yep, and you just walk along the side. Very stylish, very cool. There's a ton of these stones in here, which is good, because, you know, nothing that you need more at the beginning of a game like this than a whole bunch of money. I can't... It all just looks so good. Like, oh no, not a puzzle that I'm not gonna understand. I'm like, yes, I will just open all of the gates. That is better than trying to figure out what's going on. Oh yeah, you got little jump attacks. It's very, very cool. But they were no match. The combat feels excellent. I mean, it's, you know, it's still like Elder Scrolls-y. Oh wow, that's a ton of damage. I gotta. That's right. So your random foods will show up in the same thing with all of your not foods. your alchemy ingredients. You just got to be like, I'm gonna eat these, but not all of them do what you would expect. All right, where are my? Is it in the alchemy? Oh yeah, there it is. And I should favorite those, but yeah, so these skeletons are really hitting hard, you know. My apparel is broken, that's probably why they were hitting harder. And of course, in typical fashion, some of the opponents are stronger than others with the exact same name. Alright, so, oh, it's the gauntlets that were broken, not the other thing. Alright, so how do we... Oh yeah, and you can like manually put all of your stuff in different orders. And okay, so this is an important thing about abilities, although you know, we're not leveling up yet. But so when you get to certain breakpoints, you get better things. So like at 50, you know, you get a new thing. At 75, and then at 100, you know, that kind of stuff. So there's both like your marginal increases in power by going, you know, 50 to 51 gives you something. But when you get your breakpoints, you get like really big things for your prizes. And I need to figure out how to remember how to do this anyway. Is it just going to the repair hammer? Yes. And you just hit it, and then your hammer breaks eventually, but armorer is. All right, so this is a hard lock. It's unlikely that I'll be able to do it. So you see there how I missed one, and then the one that I had done successfully fell down again, right? Ah, almost. They'll trick you. Ah, alright. We're just gonna auto it. So that took, you know, like 15 lockpicks. But, you know, hey, we got in. I wasn't confident that I was going to be able to get in without it. Which I probably could have gone around. Ooh, that stone's even... Oh, Varla stone, yeah. So these are worth a ton, and, you know, I think they're in enchanting or something, but anyway, they're worth 1,000. Whereas the Welkland stones that we were getting earlier are just worth 50 each. Yeah, you know, there are ways to breathe underwater that many would consider unnatural. And now the stone door to the Vilverin Cell Sancramathi. Yeah, say that one time fast. Boom! We'll pull our arrow out of the skeleton where it was lodged. The incredibly slow trap starts going. Probably because there are going to be faster ones soon. So, ooh. Alien statue, 250. Very nice. I don't know who they are, but they've got to be bad if they're here. I hope that's even true. Jalbert. Well, he was wearing a necromancer's robes. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I can't bring him back. Like, man, they write long books in this game, but this is you know, they teach you about alchemy in that book. I'm not going to read it all for out loud. That would be a sacred lotus. Got some nice keys. That's good. That'll probably let me get out of here. But one thing I do really like about the Oblivion system is that you have, like, you know, your blade and your blunt, and there's also an unarmed school. That's really nice, because in Skyrim, you know, you don't get anything for unarmed at all, and this game has, you know, a whole thing dedicated to it, which is nice, because, you know, in any combat game, you know, there should be something that benefits people that just want to smash, that want to run in with their dukes up, you know. They want to open it with the key, because it would have been another hard lock, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it properly. And then, so classic dungeon design, right, is to loop you around, and then you get a drop down, and then hopefully, like, just walk right out again. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. And not every dungeon is like that. A lot of dungeons in this game, they might have changed them to add those parts in some of them. I don't know. But a lot of them, you get to the end and you just got to, like, walk right backwards, which is annoying, right? You know, you're going through a place that you already cleared. And that's okay, but it's not wonderful. But, it's beautiful. So we've got an Aurora there, and y'all, it's just it's really good for me that this game came out. And really makes me feel like being alive up to this point was all worth it. And I don't say that lightly. But it was all worth it. This is so wonderful. everything about the release of this game just makes me so pleased. Not just that it exists, but that they dropped it without fanfare, without nonsense, without talking about it for years, without an ad campaign. Just people with a dream that just came true, just overnight. And it's good stuff. This is what I needed out of the world. So this person has a book called Immortal Blood, and they're sleeping under a garlic thing. They're worried about vampires. And this book has Movarth in it, which you'll recall from in Skyrim. So this is a book that talks about that. But it's 13 pages long, which again, like, maybe one day I'll do a thing where all I do is like a erudite character that reads all the books out loud. But unfortunately, yeah. So there we go. We're gonna sleep in our bedroll. I think we've got our first level up here. Yeah, we have ascended to level 2. You realize that all your life you have been coasting along as if you were in a dream. Suddenly, facing the trials of the last few days, you have come alive. Well said, game. Well said indeed. Okay, maybe the leveling up system is different now. All that time I was talking about the stats and stuff. So luck, you can only do one level of anyway, so that's still true. You can still only go to 5. Do they just give you 12 points no matter what? That's actually excellent. I spent way too long thinking about how the game used to be. But anyway, we're going to take endurance. We're going to take intellect. And, no, that's right. We got to take personality because we want to be well-liked. We want to be tough, well-liked, and smart. Yeah, let's wait till morning here. What? Hey, buddy. All right. Yeah. Hey, we got a spell for Bound Dagger now. And to resist poison outfit. Very cool. Alright, well, so that guy, that was surprising. Maybe this is where he used to sleep, and I was the one surprising him. It's hard to say. It's funny that I spent so long talking about the Oblivion leveling up system. If they just give you 12 points per level, that is so immeasurably better than the way things used to be. Just so much better. But alright, so where to go now? To the city where we were just imprisoned? No. So they want us to deliver the amulet. Oh, they kept the map like basically exactly the same. Very cool. So they give you the ability to fast travel to all of the cities. Like, how do I zoom out? There we go. They give you the ability to fast travel all the cities out of the box. But I am gonna, hoof it to wherever we're going. We're not going to Coral. I don't want to. We're gonna go to Bruma. I like Bruma. Bruma's cool. No, we're gonna go to Cheydinhal. Cheydinhal doesn't look just like Skyrim, and Bruma does. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go towards this area anyway. Oh, it's so pretty. And we're just gonna get to sprinting. Oh yeah, we're like leaning down. We're really getting into it. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. But the thing is too is like, so if you fast travel in this game, you're a chump. Because what? Can you jump while you're fast traveling? You cannot. Can you run? Can you swim? You cannot. And that means all of those juicy athletics and acrobatics levels will be taken away from you. You wouldn't want that. You would not want that at all. Wolves? You wouldn't want that either. But they will arrive. Somewhere? Ooh, a fort. Is that a person? Place or thing? You know, I don't know if they're bad, so I can't shoot them from far away. It's not clear. So we'll have to get closer, and then maybe they will try to shoot me. They are just like carrying a torch, which makes them seem trustworthy, unless it doesn't. It's probably exactly that easy to win a fight with a wolf. I don't even know where that dude is now. But by the fact that we just arrived at this inn, I think it's probably a good thing that we didn't just shoot him. Bye, Liam. Thanks for hanging out. I recommend it. It's wonderful. For anyone who came from the game, I can't imagine them not liking it. And for new players, I mean, it's just really, really great. Hello, Borean.
What can I do for you?
You can tell me how you came to have such a great mustache.
The Heartlands and Nibbernean Valley are the agricultural breadbaskets of Cyrodiil.
All right, so how speech works in this game, there's a little mini game. We'll do it now. It's probably the same, yeah. So, admire, boast, joke, and coerce. Basically, each person responds in different ways to these 4 quadrants, right? They really like one of them, or rather, they respond well to it. They respond very badly to another one, and so on. And then there's a little wheel where you see the amplitude of what it'll be. So it'll be like, we'll bribe them. Bribing just, like, makes them like you better in general. So we start the game, and now we're like, okay, we'll joke with them, and the 4 one will be boast.
I doubt it.
So that one goes down, and then we'll admire him. That one he really doesn't like admiring.
You've got a point.
He likes coercing, and he likes joking. So what we do is, okay, we actually, it remembers it. Ha, that's funny. So the colors, since we've done one already.
I doubt it. That's great. I can't argue with that.
We see what it'll be. So we don't want to.
I doubt it.
We don't want to boast or admire,
really
and the wheel goes around in the same order, right? So you can see what's going to come next. So we'll joke here, then coerce, and we'll lose a very little bit with admiring, and then there.
Don't try to manipulate me. I doubt it. I like that a lot.
But it's
I won't fight you.
essentially like very strange, right? Because you're like, so we just try to figure out how to make their respect for you go up. And you just get levels by doing it, essentially. And when you max out a character, you can't play it anymore. It's an incredibly strange minigame, but whenever you're talking to, like, shopkeepers or whatever, if you get their affect for you up, then it's easier. And, of course, like all things in the game, the higher you get your skills, the better it goes.
What's going on with you?
All been murdered.
I saw a mud.
Man, they are all talking.
Apparently, no one has any idea who did it. Now
But
there's
I hear
some
their meat is
prophet
rather
preaching
tasty.
doom in the streets of
Goodbye.
Antwerp.
Hello there.
What's going on with you?
I ran into
They
a
are
couple
all
of
just
mud
yelling.
traps not long ago.
No! How do you do?
Creatures.
There's been some terrible
Horrid
trouble
beast.
at the chapel in Antwerp.
Wow, this is too much. Yeah, the dialogue wheels, and the
How
thing
are
is too
you?
is you basically never need to do that.
Arms, legs, heads.
Go ahead, please.
Nobody goes into the mountains but hunters and thieves on the lam. Food and shelter is hard to come by. Nobody goes.
So there's like, look, if you find somebody in the mountains, you can just shoot them. So here, there's no like real penalties for messing up. So you can just like,
nonsense.
you know, go like,
Real-
bam.
no more. No,
They don't
waste
like
your
you, but
flattery
like
on-
you're just like, I'm gonna do
Sorry.
this. And then like, if you
We'll
like
see.
totally, you know,
You- what? Don't? No, I don't think so.
get bored, and then you're like, all right,
Very
I'm
well.
tired of it. And then
They're
you're like,
talking
oh,
about
I
the
got a
Emperor's
couple of
murder.
levels. So you can just do
We
that
have
to
no
anybody
emperor
you run
and no
into.
heir. That's never happened before. I suppose we should all be worried.
Go on.
I understand the Fighters Guild is hiring new members. Go ahead, please.
I love this dude's hat. I love the idea that a Khajiit is like, I'm gonna wear fur, and you can't stop me.
All right. Really now? Remarkable. Not. You can't scare me. Not funny. You can't. What? Really? Interesting.
And some people, you know, like they respond much better to good things
Really
and
now?
much worse to
That's
bad
just- you should
things.
be- What a great story.
It just
You should be
depends.
ashamed. You can't. No. Well done.
So this guy
Ugh.
hates
That's
jokes.
just
Like,
goodness
jokes are the worst,
remarkable.
but he loves being
You're
admired.
wasting. Oh, that's what a great. Please.
So you just
I'm
you
embarrassed,
make
but
sure
thank
if
you.
they are really really against the thing that they don't
All right,
like,
I
that you
get it.
don't, you know, go in that direction with it.
Ancient way shrines of the Nine are scattered through the wilderness. The righteous who pray there receive powerful
The face
divine
looks
blessings.
great. Like Oblivion faces are hard to
care.
take typically, but like the character models are all well done. It looks so
Welcome.
good.
Please don't be shy. I'm
Look at the
listening.
shadow of the bread.
The heartlands in Nibanian Valley are the agricultural bread.
Look at the
baskets
shadow of the
Cyrodiil.
bread.
Go on.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods.
I gotta pull out a torch real quick. I gotta see something. It's got seamless integration of the
The
It
mouse
seems
and the
Somerset
controller.
Isle has become
Hi
a much
there.
more dangerous place.
Good day.
Be seeing you.
Oh yeah, look at that. Dynamic shadows
Hello.
cast by your moving light
you.
source.
Hi.
I love it. You can see the shadow of the
Hello.
individual arrows on the wall if you get at the right angle on them. I'm really hype about this. I am just blown away. What a time to
Thank
be alive.
goodness. I
Hello,
don't know how to
Maylene.
make this request any simpler, but to put it bluntly, Raylan the Greyfinder must die.
Wowza! Tell me about this Raylan the Greyfinder.
A few months ago, that witch of a necromancer decided to inhabit Moss Rock Cavern just north of my inn. I don't know what she does in there. Frankly, I don't want to know. However, I do know that after she arrived, the woods at night became unsafe. I've seen undead of all types walking in the dark woods near the cave entrance. Now this area is getting a bad reputation, and my business has waned. Every day, it seems the number of undead increase. If someone can get into the cave and kill Raylan, maybe we can stem the tide.
And I'll be
Her
a
death
hero.
pays a handsome bounty. I hope you'll take advantage of the opportunity. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
So, of course, because it's this era of game, you're like, I will buy some of your stuff, but only the specific kind of stuff that you don't want to sell.
What? Don't talk. Sure. I doubt it. No more. I doubt. Not now. No. Sure. That. Don't try to Yeah, I doubt it. Whatever you want. That works for me. There's a bed. It's
10
upstairs.
gold.
Second door. Raylan will
Seems
finally
good.
get what's coming to her.
But yes, Natasha, light in modern games. Well, you know, in spite of my monster of a computer, I don't really play modern games very much.
Been better. How about you?
Y'all know me, still playing vanilla Minecraft
Still
on my
no news out of
4080
Elsewell
Super.
Since everybody vanished.
We're just gonna sleep for a few hours here. Is there a well-rested thing where you're supposed to sleep in a gnome bed for a while? I don't recall. Probably.
Its scent is unfamiliar.
Hi there.
But yeah. I desperately want buy horse? Oh, bay horse. I'm like, that's not a buy symbol, that's a take symbol. Ah. Look, there is a weird tower statue thing up there on the mountain. I wonder what's up there. We're gonna have to find out eventually. I love it so much. Let's get rid of this torch, though. No, it's the shield that would be... Oh, it's while you have your weapon not out. Oh, okay, that's nice. So vanilla Minecraft will get the shaders with the students in the preview. Oh, awesome, cool. I am just gonna take a really quick, like, minute break, minute and a half, and then I'll be right back, guys. But we'll just sit right here, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on playing for a while. I just need to take a couple minutes. Alright. So, time to see about this Raylan person. Here in the Moss Rock Cavern. You know, the innkeeper made a good enough case to me, so I figure we're gonna go and help out the people. You know, the tyranny of this necromancer has gone on too long. Today, I'm opposed to necromancers, because somebody has offered to pay me to be opposed to them. Can I get any of these? Can I get any of these mushrooms? No. Alright, how do I get in? Here we go. I went everywhere around it. So there, the soothe, like, it doesn't make sense to do, right? But we gotta do some illusion. And our character, after all, is now trying to discover who they are. And who they are is an illusion mage. They just don't know it yet. Because, as I've said a few times, like, in Oblivion, I doubt they've changed it just because of, like, the way that the magic has been so far. You can... Your imagination and your resources determine, like, how you can make spells. It's not, these are the only spells that there are type of thing. Oh yeah, so that just like, oh wow, okay. So it literally just freezes them in place. It's like a soothing touch is like a paralysis essentially. Only, you know, I can't hit them while they do it. So, I mean, yeah, that's it's kind of wonderful, isn't it? And I'm sure it breaks if you hit them. But yeah, that's actually really like that. You know, you get it in a little over your head, you're just like bam, bam, bam. Or if you had it on an AoE, of course, you would be able to do, you know, like an AoE soothe. You just bash in, you're like, oh, there's 4 of them around a fire. You toss that in, and then you can pick them off individually or whatever. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it all right now. We've got a regular iron bow, which means this rusty iron bow is going to get Toy Story memed right away. I don't want to play with you anymore. And now we got a long sword. That's better than a short sword for reasons I don't think I have to explain to anyone. First of all, it's a different size. Ooh, this is real ominous, isn't it? I got a bad feeling about this. First of all, there's a lot of random skeletons everywhere. Wait, do I have my shield out and the... Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, it just was remembering the shield was a little buggy. Of course, being a wood elf, so when you have the race bonus to archery, and then you take archery to go, like, you start out at like 40, so it's pretty hard to level it up. But it does make you, you know, strong with it, which is fine too. It's very easy to make a character badly in Oblivion. I fear that I've done so. The point that I have said many times though is it doesn't matter. You can very poorly design a character, which I'm afraid that I have done, but it doesn't matter because this... Like, what did this actually look like? Actually, what did it look like in the past? I don't even remember. Have I been here? Maybe. I mean, in a way, there's a necromancer in a cave, I want you to kill them thing is not the kind of quest that would stick in my mind, right? And this area is sort of normal, but, like, it's really close to the beginning of the game. But, like I said, like, I've played a lot of Oblivion, but so much of it was just grinding. And it's wonderful that I'll be freed from the yoke of that. And now that there won't be a point in it, I'm actually pretty pumped about it. Because I haven't been streaming as much lately. I've been playing an absolute ton of Total War Warhammer. And just, like, you know, like watching real-time strategy stuff. There's a Warcraft 3 invitational tournament that a very famous player, Grubby, put on. He streams this stuff too. But Grubby's been, like, very famous in Warcraft 3. Famous in Warcraft 3. I don't know how famed Grubby is in other places. I don't think he's not like a household name. But but he's a longtime pro player there, and he put on an invitational. And I don't know who that person was, but they were dressed like a necromancer. Was this Raylan? This is a necromancer adept. I was like, if this was the boss, then that's pretty sweet. Got it taken care of. Headless zombie. You've got shears and calipers. You don't want to think too much about why. We've got a statue of an elf with a little demon hiding behind her skirts, which is pretty funny stuff. Necromancer's chest. Ah, flammable touch and the key. Good, good. So when you don't have to learn from the spells. But so now instead of cold touch, right? This one, cold touch is 24 and it frosts, so it slows them. A flammable touch gives them 20 fire damage over 5 seconds, and then also makes them weak to fire. So is like a slightly more damage efficient thing. It's good, you know, like as in all games, it's good to have more than. So it's like Starlight, yeah. It's good to have more than one type of spell school because, you know, if something's resistant to frost damage, you don't want to have to go into your menu if you're a wizard to fix that. We got a little Nightshade here. Oh yeah, looking just like Nightshade does in real life. Like, are we at a level? No, we don't need to sleep. All right. I think that's just the way out. Which is, you know, using clairvoyance for that is also very good because sometimes you're like, man, how did I get in here? And even if you know you don't want to follow the clairvoyance. Wait, was that Necromancer Adept the one that they wanted me to kill? And I just like... No, there we go. Now it's the active one. And now the clairvoyance should lead me to it, theoretically. Maybe. We'll figure it out. Probably not. It's probably trying to lead me out. This is definitely the way I came from. But like I said, it could also be good for that regard. It stays there for a good little chunk of time, so... Alright, so how do we proceed if it wasn't that way? So this is a room, and it was important because it was a thing, and then we got a key to a door, but where's the door? Is this a switch? It is not. Alright, let's break down and center on the map. No, is there not a mini map here anymore? I thought I could see the inside of where we were at. Ultimately irrelevant. We'll just wing it. So, how to proceed? Surely clairvoyance isn't leading us in the right direction. Well. Maybe we just needed the key and now we can find a different thing further up. I don't know. I guess we'll backtrack some. A lot of quests into this way. You're like, man, I really feel like I'm exploring something. I'm lost. Like, this is how we got in, so that can't be right. Can we go left somewhere? Is there a way to go left? Are we supposed to backtrack because we can go... Aha! Found the door. Alright, so backtracking was what we were supposed to do, which is very humorous. So there you get, you know, so you have like your two ways. You can go and adventure in and get the key, or you can lockpick the door, or in my case, find the key, because I didn't turn left. And this will be the bad person, the baddie themselves. They had summoned a ghost, or actually, no, this is probably just another person. The quest character's got to be named, right? Is that them right there? Are they just unaware that I'm about to creep up behind them and smash? Ah, Raylan the Gravefinder. I didn't think I would run into you. Hi-ya! You fool! Light armor. So we got to the breakpoint in light armor, and now, so when you're not good at the armor, it degrades faster, and now it is damaged at a normal rate. That's good. Speaking at a normal rate, we are going to go... and drink some delicious potions.
Do your worst. What's the matter? Getting tired?
Haha! There we go. Hey, we get a nice little pop-up that tells us we've done the quest. That's nice. Raylan the Gravefinder, who wore a nice robe and didn't carry anything in her pockets whatsoever. I'm sure we can find something cool here. Ooh, yeah, like a plate with pearls and such on it? Yeah. They're not very nice gems, but they are gems. Whoops. Ah, a novice calcinator. So for alchemy in this game, you have like, I think it's 4 different. You got like alembics and calcinators and you know, stuff. And so you need like multiple little chemistry things to do your alchemy. I think you just need like 1 to do it at the first place, and then like the more you have, the better your results are and stuff. Whoops. Oh, come on. Yeah, still got it. Still got it. Of course, if you just buy a ton of lockpicks, you never need to learn how to do it. But in the early game, especially if you're, you know, adventuring semi-organically, you've got to be conservative with your lockpicks, or you won't ever get them. You won't be able to unlock the things that you wish to unlock. All right, so I think that chest was all that we were getting. You know, the entry-level chests of the game are not always wonderful. That's good though. It gives you plenty of excitement for later. I should have trusted the clairvoyance, you know. What kind of wizard am I that I ignore my own magic? It's alright. I keep on trying to hit the wrong button for the dash, but I'm playing Oblivion now. This is Oblivion. It just looks this way. And the combat's so good. I mean, it's not special, but Oblivion combat was not good. You know, if y'all played it, you know, I'm not talking down on the thing. It just wasn't good. But this is. And now we get to say hello, Marlene.
What?
Watch yourself around goblins. Some of the nastier ones will toss spells at you.
Uh-huh.
The Emperor and his 3 sons, dead, right under the noses of the Imperial Guard. It's a disgrace.
Good night.
Farewell.
he comes up to talk to her. She's like, I don't
I assume
care.
you've dealt with Raylan appropriately.
You are correct,
I
ma'am.
realize it's in poor taste to celebrate anyone's demise, but Raylan was evil through and through. You've done the right thing. I believe we had a contract. Here's my part.
When she starts out, she's like, some weird stuff's happened here. I don't know what they get up to in there. You know, whatever's going on. It's bad, though, probably. And now you kill this person for her. And she's like, they were evil. You know, I always do it.
You've already got a room.
Oh,
Thank
I've
you
already
for
got a
saying
room.
it now. I won't
How are
forget
you?
it.
We're gonna take a nice good long till the next day nap, because of course we're gonna strike out further down the road, and after a long Oblivion day of destroying our enemies and backtracking around in places. Ooh, look at that! Beautiful. You know, that painting should probably be a little higher off the ground. I don't think wood elves are that tall, but I guess since the bedroll's literally on the ground, which again is not ideal. I'm sure people know that you're not supposed to just leave your bedding literally on the
I heard
ground.
there were some goblins around here recently.
Wow! What an overwhelming amount of conversation. That is like whenever I go somewhere and I accidentally see a bunch of people that inexplicably both know me and like me, and they're all, like, at one time saying hello, and I'm like, oh, please, could we just, like, you know, you don't want to tell people to wait in line, but it would be a lot easier for me to talk to people when they talk to me if they weren't all doing it, just as in this inn. I kind of desperately want to steal this horse. I'm not going to do it, though. I want to acquire the horse. I would give it back eventually, probably. Can I pull the wings off of these butterflies? That's sounding dark. They're an alchemy ingredient. I don't think we can get them. But look at them. They just fly around. It's great. Love it. Need to... get rid of this torch for a bit. Alright, yeah, we're just going to keep on... keep on this way. And frankly, nothing in the world is as good as traveling in this game, because you level up when you do it, and that's just good. You know, that's just roughly very good. And I almost got going the wrong way. Mafala's Shrine? Okay, yeah, that's where we're going, actually. After all, it's on the way. The Daedra in Oblivion, if memory serves, won't talk to you unless you're at a certain level, just like in Skyrim. It depends. An enemy? Yeah, I think Soothing Touch is nice because it just lets you style on things really heavily, you know? The way that it deals with the speed of ascent on the things is fine. Oh yeah, can I This is the important thing. Can I get up this hillside? Yes. All right. The game is still alive. Perfect. Flawless. The Shrine of Mafala. Mafala's bad. The people that like her are bad too. But I'm just going to say hello, because I don't know that, right? No, I know that. My character was not born yesterday.
The Shrine of Mafala. The web spinner watches you, stranger.
What's the deal with the Shrine of Mafala, Drayden Laval?
Mafala tugs the strings of mortals for her pleasure. Are you sure you desire audience with the web spinner?
Yeah.
Give Mafala an offering of nightshade at the shrine between midnight and dawn, and the web spinner may grant you an audience. Farewell.
That's right. I think I have a nightshade because I picked one up. But we're not going to do it right now. Because she's a real creep. No. No, we can do it now. Between midnight and dawn? No, we just waited. Yeah, why don't we do it now?
Yes? We don't want more worship. Farewell.
We don't want more worshippers. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna do it. You know, after all, why not do what comes before us? For Alyssa does want people to like her, but she also desires power. And we all know how the Daedra like to hand it out. Oh, never mind. I was like, you must be level 15 to begin this quest. Well, you know, let's just wait till daytime again. It's like I never thought I remembered this was one you couldn't do that early, but because some of the Daedra quests you can do like right away, but some of them are more restrictive. That's all to the good. All right. It would be faster if we could find a road. All right. A little bit too much. There we go. I just want to shoot this deer. Or this deer. Well, it didn't work. No, I think we hit the deer. I'm just not very good at shooting. Oh man, this game looks so good. It looks like it came out yesterday. And I will probably not tire of observing that too soon. Alright, so I'm almost entirely full of inventory, and that is not great. So we are going to fast travel to the market district. Although I do prefer to travel places when it comes to like going to a shop. You know, I tend to draw the line. It depends on the playground, the playthrough, but...
Have you heard about the attack on the chapel there? No, I haven't. What's happened? All the priests slaughtered? The whole chapel desecrated?
Wanted, the Grey Fox. Wanted for theft, embezzlement, forgery, pickpocketing, counterfeiting, blah, 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 and impertinence. Height between 5 and 6 feet.
Out of question. Good day. Be seeing you. How goes it? How do you do?
Hello. What do you need? He's just a thief. He's supposed to be the head of the Thieves Guild. What's a joke? Can you imagine a bunch of thieves trying to form a guild?
I can.
The nobility hates
I
him,
can.
but the peasants and the beggars love him, especially in the waterfront. All right. What a wonderful compliment. I doubt it. Sure. Blow away, windbag. I doubt it. Good one. Goodness, that's cute. Take care.
Just do a little chatting, you know, because when you chat with people, you get your levels. Alright, so here is like where various shops are, and I don't, like, is this like a general store? You know, the beauty of the game is that you get to figure it out on your own.
Feel free to browse, friend. It's nice to see a new shopper. I was afraid I lost any hope of new business ever since Thorinir opened up.
Yes, tell me about this Thorinir.
I think you might be just the kind of person we're looking for.
Oh no.
Perhaps you can assist us with a problem we're having here in the market.
She looks
district.
evil. Start
I'm
from the beginning.
chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants. We formed this group a while back to keep a nice, fair economic balance in town. Not every store is a member, but we're slowly trying to convince them to join. Everything was fine until Thorinir opened his shop nearby. Selling all sorts of merchandise, he undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem. People who buy tend to want to spend their money there. That leaves none for us. It's getting so bad, a few of us may have to close up shop. He outright refuses to join the society or even discuss the matter. We are convinced he's up to no good. What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. Find some proof of his wrongdoing and let us know. We cannot do it ourselves, as he recognizes all of us. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
So she sells a katana. It's like, it's a good one. But I cannot afford. Right now we are just gonna churn through selling some of this junk.
A good price for a good customer. You got a great deal. That's a fair... A fine... That's a good deal. That seems a fair price.
And just finally getting some of this weight gone, and we're going to sell all these Wakeland stones. Yeah, so she has 600 coins, which it doesn't like deplete. It's just how many she can do for a single transaction. We're going to hold on to the Varla stone because they're like special-ish. You know, there's only one of them for that place. I don't even remember what's up with them, but we're not going to be throwing it away. And then...
That's more than I would usually pay.
Like, we've got a ton of weight tied up somewhere. Oh, the Iron Longsword was 18. Wow.
Thank you. Have a look at my wares.
Now we just need to see if she has any...
something to suit you.
So all you really care about every time you go to a merchant is like, do they have repair hammers? You know, do they have lockpicks? And then there's all this other stuff that they theoretically could have too that's good. But those are the primary things that you're looking for. And of course, if you were like smart, you would have looked before you
no other place to turn.
you'd have done it before you sold everything and clogged up their inventory. But we're not going to help her with that problem just yet. We are going to continue on. But actually, we're just going to bounce here real quick and crash because we need to hit a bedroll and level up. And I don't think there's going to be any dudes here again, but if there are, we will swiftly cut them down. Oh, I thought I had to level up. I guess I'm one shy. We're just going to poke around this fort and see what's up with it. Because it's here, you know, and that's the heart of adventure. The last thing I want to do is be too, like, direction oriented with this character. I want to just, you know, go places, see things, you know, be adventurous with my new heart that I have been given by this game. Clean. I just feel so very pleased with all of this. It's exactly what I needed. Did I get rid of the light? Oh, that's bad. We don't need Beast Tongue on there. We don't. It's just a little light, but it's nice. It's not good for sneaking, but, you know, it is good for being able to see things occasionally, so. Ominous sounds are ominous. Okay, we've got proper ghost there. My stuff's broken, not perfect. What of it is broken? Why can I not find the button to do this? Was it through the hammer? I don't even remember. Yes. Alright, so that went great. Maybe all skills level you up now and like that's all changed? I don't know. Maybe it's like it always should have been and I just assumed that it was the old style. We need to find a bedroll to level up though. I'm just so pleased. It's like I was playing Skyrim again like a few weeks ago, and this is what I wanted it to feel like, you know? This is what I wanted it to feel and look like, you know, like a new experience. Like, I had got some mods, and they really improved some things, but... Oh, nope, that's a ghost. It's an actual ghost. Haha! And of course, due to very brave magicking, it is no longer a ghost. After all the effort it went through to stay ghost. Well. That is sometimes the problem with going to a place where, you know, the game doesn't tell you to, because you're like, man, is that what there is? You know, maybe. Surely there's more than that, but no, that was a lot of chests. It doesn't say cleared or anything. I thought it said it somewhere, but yeah. And it keeps track of tons of different things, which is of course exactly what you want out of the world. Is for everything you do to be tracked. Alright, well, I guess we're probably just going to leave this place, because, you know, well, you know, we're not going to just give up on trying to find what else is going on here, but I think that might have been the final room. You know, they're not all dramatic areas. I mean, this one's very cool, heavy on ambiance. You know, you got your traps, you got your skeletons, you got, like, a little ghosty at the end. And ghosts are, like, heavily physical resistant. Like, they are a problem if you don't... I think they're cold resistant, too. But, you know, if you don't have certain abilities that are germane to dealing with them. But we got that flammable touch thing, which damage over time, you know, that's going to give you more bang for your magic buck than an instant damage is going to do. Because, you know, it's just the way the calculation works. And it makes sense, you know, 20 over 4 seconds should be cheaper than 20 all at once. But if you've got, you know, 4 seconds because you're running away, then basically just an unambiguous improvement on what you had going on. But real creepy stuff here. The moon looks great. The other moon looks very cool. One of them is made out of moon sugar. I'm pretty sure that's not even a joke. The other one, obviously, cheese. I kinda... I kinda want to make a Khajiit, like, Spellblade that just does, like, unarmed and the magic, but, you know, we're already doing this one. This is... It's like a... It's like getting everything you ever wanted. The Imperial City there in the distance, which, you know, in Oblivion, that's always the case too. You know, like, you could always turn around and see it looming there immense. But here, you know, it's prettier. Got another Ayleid ruin here. Ayleid ruins are my favorite place in the game to go, typically. I mean, they're the ones that tend to be the most unique and interesting, right? They also can have, you know... It's just like in Skyrim. Any place can have, like, a cool internal story. But it always, to me, seems like it's worth checking out these in comparison to other places. You know, I hate to pass up an Ayleid ruin. A scamp? So scamps are like proper demons. They're from the plane of Oblivion, if memory serves. They're not like you can summon them, but you will often in the game run into real ones, especially as the game goes on. Spoilers, Oblivion's a thing in the game Oblivion. But let's check out Belda. I don't remember anything about Belda. And that's why we're here. Oh, well, fire's bad for them. Why would I use fire for them? And I need to find... Need to find a bedroll. Hopefully we'll find one inside here somewhere. The smarter thing would be to just... Whoa, no! Whoa. Well, that was a trap. But we managed to get alarmed and move out just in time to not get totally pungied by it. Well, that was easy. You really made a big deal out of sneaking up behind me for that result. Like, I thought it was going to be a trap, but it's what I had to do to open the door. Man, these places will really get you going. Alright, so this looks sketchy, right? I hate this. Why would, you know, like, do we just sprint across? Oh, no! We do not just sprint across. Alright, well, that answered that question. Next question, how do we get up? Ah, how convenient! A path! And then very skillfully arriving at the other side. Fun stuff. I should be jumping more. My acrobatics suffer from my lack of jumping. Of course it takes stamina to jump. Oh no, an enemy! Who could have anticipated this? Boom! Frost does a good old number on a scamp, of course. Beldalore. Still got my shield in my hand there. Pretty strange visual bug. I mean, theoretically, I won't even say it. You couldn't. You just couldn't. It's not important, but you couldn't. You would not be able... Someone out there is going to prove me wrong. They'll be like, actually, you'd be interested to know, and I would be. If anybody can use a proper shield while holding a bow and arrow and using the bow, I do want to know. Don't hesitate to prove me wrong. That sounds awesome. It just also sounds like it would be a tricky thing to do. I'm not an expert in bows and arrows or shields, but I have carried a shield before. Not, you know, not for a purpose. I have shot a bow and arrow, and I think that doing both would be rather well beyond what we would call a challenge. Not even hit a target, just make an arrow go out of a bow while holding a shield. Maybe you could have like a little buckler thing going on. I don't know. Like a little soup plate sort of thing on the wrist. Boom! You know, the thing about destruction magic is, hey, fortified fatigue pants. It gives us 15 stamina. Fatigue is, ooh, here we go. These are the ingredients. You got an alembic, a calcinator, a mortar and pestle, and a retort. They insult me and then perish. But those are the 4 alchemy things. When you have all 4 of them, you can do max level alchemy stuff. Or rather, max something. Because you see they were all called novice. Just as the skills have levels, you know, up to master and stuff, those alembics and retorts and calcinators will have qualities that increase. So as you level up, you can find better stuff to do your alchemy in addition to leveling up your alchemy. Which, if that sounds like a lot of random stuff to collect and level up, it is, and it's wonderful. And now in 4K.
Who's there?
Oh, and this is like a slightly better wizard, which means we'll have to kill them quickly. They're really no match for my incredible skills. Not my lockpicking skills. I only have 2 lockpicks left. Nope. So alchemy gear also sells for decent amounts. My traditional beginning to the game involves going to the towns, joining the mages guilds, and then looting all of the alchemy equipment in them, and then going around and selling the equipment. I have done that sequence many times. That's how I start the game. That's how you get the money to afford the house that you fight a skeleton. Although, you know, we're freed from that. We don't have to do that anymore. I wish that I could pick that lock, but I can't. Too bad. Too bad indeed. But I guess we could come back someday if we had wanted, and with our lockpicks, assuming that I would remember, which I won't. All right, how does one get out of here? Clairvoyants could not find a path. Oh no! It's probably because I jumped down at the very beginning and there's like a door or something that... that's pretty funny though. Yeah, because when I came in, I jumped right there, so this would be... Yep. Hey, there we go. Is there really not a bedroll outside of here? That's ridiculous. All ruins should come equipped with a place to sleep, inside or outside of them, clearly marked by, you know, some nice lights or something. And I don't actually believe that, but I would like to actually believe that. I would like to find a nice little bedroll here. But I guess we won't. Harm's Folly. Well, I have no idea what that place is, but maybe there's a bedroll there. Looks like a place, like a little village place by the icon on the map. Like, for all of me saying that I've played the pants off of this game, I haven't remembered any of the stuff that we've done. Oh. Well, this is like somebody's farm, so I can't just go in and go to sleep. It's not an inn or anything. Could wait till morning to chat with them. But I think what we'll do is... So this is like a very normal thing for me too. So before you get a house, like you have to find some place with a bedroll. Are you going to go to an inn? No, you're going to go to the first place that you remember clearing. And I don't always go in here, but I do. I cannot sleep with enemies nearby. What? This is outrageous. Who could be my enemy here? I have never done anything wrong. A mud crab? If they make me go to an actual inn, like an animal... Well, now that's torn. I was gonna say, you know, you just keep on going back here forever and you never have to worry about it. Huh, wrong. It just, you know, sleeping in an inn is fine, but it doesn't feel very wood elf of me.
What can I do? There's a bed. It's a small settlement to the northwest of here, on the other side of the Silver Road to Bruma. We've had travelers through recently that say it's turned into a ghost town. Everyone vanished without a trace.
You know, maybe we'll check
Make
that
it quick.
out. It's not on the way to where we
Not-
were going,
I
but maybe we'll go.
Yeah, I doubt it. What? I accept. Not now. I doubt it. Not yet. All right.
Is it,
Thank
citizen?
you for saving my business. I won't forget it.
All right, level 3. You realize that you are catching on to the secret of success. It's just a matter of concentration. Look at me spinning.
what do I owe this pleasure?
Yeah, and then just,
What
you
is it?
know,
I ran into
endurance
some
and
problems not long ago.
our
everybody
speed
vanished.
and agility is already super high, like 60 in those stats. I mean, that's big, right? Because a good rule of thumb is like, you know, level divided by the level that you have in the stat divided by 5, and that's sort of like, you know, like that would be good for that level. So at 60, it's like, you know, by the time you're level 12, if your character cares about that stat, being 60 would be good. So it's great before then, you know, 25 for 5 and so on. That's based on like a 20 level system, but most people don't play these games significantly longer than that. I desperately want to take... Oh, I'm like... It doesn't say I'm not allowed to take it. Does it? Because that's a red icon, right? And this... Are they trying to entrap me? Because it just seems like I could just get on this horse. Oh. Okay. I think the guy just became decoupled from the horse. And that's why it won't let me get onto the horse. Oh well. Classic Bethesda. We're gonna go over to this Elswell place because they're having trouble, and that sounds like an interesting thing to deal with. You know, we're just gonna do these Heartlands quests, which I certainly have done before, but in a way where I certainly don't recall anything about them. I feel bad for talking so much about how the leveling worked early, not realizing they had changed it because I haven't looked up anything about it. And I hope I didn't give anyone the wrong idea about how things were going to be. Are these friendly or foely? They look sort of shimmery. Is it likely they will be friends? I mean, it's not likely, but... Nope, nope, it's not possible.
You're outmatched, Elf.
Think so?
Today you die.
You know, being an illusion mage is awesome. Because these guys have no choice but to suffer. Like, oh, are you on fire now? Oh, I bet that's tough for you. I bet that just makes you a sad boy. Being on fire and stuff. Get wrecked. A repair hammer? That's just what I always wanted. And this guy going around pantsless. Just like, here's my armor. Don't worry, not going to wear pants, though. Oh yeah, barrels are, in general, a good place to find repair hammers. You want to look in barrels, if you're allowed to. You don't want to make people mad by going into barrels you're not supposed to. We are not going to go into Sirkin because we are going to finish chasing down this quest lead. But afterward, I'll probably come back and cycle around there. I hate to leave an Ayleid ruin unturned along the route of discovery. Just like really, really hitting it here. Oh yeah, I'm so fast. Fort Caractacus. Caractacus, of course, not just a funny name, but a famous historical figure. well, famous, a noted historical figure. I don't know the levels of fame people have. I think Caractacus is probably not that famous. I couldn't tell you tons about him. He's a figure in English history, but before you would have thought of it as England. So like the Isle of Britain, as it relates to Rome, I think is back when Caractacus was doing stuff. But most people only know Boudica because her story's more fun. But I think Caractacus was around the same time. He, if you've ever seen the film or read the book Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which sounds like a made-up movie, but it's a real movie about a car starring Dick Van Dyke. He pretends to do an accent. It's not very good. He's not British. I thought he was. But anyway, his name in that is Caractacus Potts. If you ever want to watch a wonderful sequence, just watch the intro sequence to it. He makes like a Rube Goldberg machine to fry like an egg and make like a breakfast thing. And it's a really wonderful bit of filmmaking. Door to Chagall Grove Brumpf's house. An orc, perhaps? Well, it says I'd be stealing if I looked anywhere, but that's just if I take something. Surely I can look in a cupboard. Torch must have burned out. You got to read so fast to get your tips and tricks with the solid computer on the loading screens. A journeyman of hand-to-hand damage can cause...
Excuse me.
What?
We have a small problem that we hope you can help us with. You may be wondering why you can't see me. We are
This
all
person is
wondering the same
invisible.
thing. Everyone in Ayleswell suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty is definitely worn off now.
You could try
I can
wearing
imagine
clothes.
how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible. Once you get a reputation as a haunted inn, you can just forget about it. So we've all been keeping quiet, hoping the spell will wear off. But we're running out of patience. We're sure it was Ankatar's doing. We can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful.
I mean, you don't want to be creepy about it, but at a certain point, like, if you're invisible...
He's a wizard who took up residence in the
It would just be
ruins of Fort
embarrassing if you stopped
Caractacus
being invisible,
a couple
though.
of years ago. He's caused us no end of trouble with his magical experiments, but nothing as bad as this. We've tried to find him, but had no luck. If he's still living in the fort, he's hiding from us, and no wonder. If you could find him and get him to remove this cursed invisibility, we will all be in your debt.
All right, yeah.
We're pretty sure it's just to the southeast of here.
The invisible
Western
monsters.
Cyrodiil.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. I think I sort of remember. I think I sort of remember
Have
this
you heard any
now.
word about the other provinces? Nothing I'd like to talk about. Oh, really? Oh, hello. Well met. Sometimes people who are invisible are trying to get some privacy. Dirham will be glad to take your ear off about the whole mess.
Why are you hanging out in an inn while you're invisible if you don't want anyone to chat with you? Gosh. And this is definitely a thing I recognize, the invisible person.
Talk to Dirham in the inn.
That's mowing the ground, hoeing the dirt, tilling the earth, chopping the weeds. But now it's time to go to Fort Caractacus. Having a little bit of trouble getting everything going there. Alright, so in clairvoyance... Yeah. Is the best skill ever. The particle effect is actually wonderful. It holds on a long time, and... You know, it's just nice, because sometimes you're like, man, how do I get out of here? And although we were just in a place where clairvoyance didn't work, normally it does.
Go away. I don't want whatever you're selling.
Reading his journal, alright, so... He did it on purpose. Yeah. So some of them broke into his laboratory and spilled the thing that he was making. Illusion book, very good. I probably, like, have no inventory space. Yeah, very limited. It'll be alright. I need to remove the marker.
I told you to leave me alone. Go away. Ah! Oblivion take you. What
Aha,
does it
we
you
found
want
him.
from me? This better be good. What nonsense. Yeah, I doubt. Yes, yes, whatever you... I doubt it. What nonsense.
So he
Don't,
responds
please.
really well
Not
to
bad.
being threatened.
Not bad at all. Don't try to manipulate.
And hates
I
boasting
doubt it. That's
and...
pretty. Yes, yes, whatever... What not... I... Good
So we're
one.
gonna get a
I
massive
accept.
boost
I
here.
haven't- don't waste your flattery on me. That's pretty... Don't, please. Don't try to manipulate. Yeah, I don't. All right, Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well. Why? Oh, really? Everyone in town? That must have been what all the shouting was about a few weeks ago. I'm afraid I was engrossed in an experiment that required my full attention. You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you. You can tell them not to worry. The effect is not actually permanent. It should wear off eventually.
Eventually?
Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more. There's no way to be absolutely sure. That's the exciting thing about basic research.
A year,
Really?
yes.
I find being invisible quite refreshing. But if it will get everyone to leave me alone, fine. I did work out a counterspell last week. If I can just put my hand to it. Ah, here. Stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. Oh, and make sure... Never mind. It should be fine. I've already... Goodbye.
I don't remember this, but something about this guy makes me feel like, you know, he's not telling us everything. And that we're gonna have a problem whenever we do show up. That's the thing about wizards. You know, if you ever meet a real wizard, you'll notice this about them. They don't care about you. You know, they're highly motivated by what they're doing, and not so much by things like whether or not you are exploded. or visible. Alright, so we have put them all together. My luck has been damaged. Why? It's outrageous. What? To 18? What? Someone's gonna have to explain themselves. Maybe I accidentally ate something?
Thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again. My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible. Me. Friend, you are welcome at the Ayleswell Inn anytime, free of charge.
Aha! Now
As
we
never-
always can go
We
in.
haven't- You too.
Marvelous.
You really enjoy this whole hero thing, don't you?
Yes.
Everybody fawning all over you?
Yes.
I'm not like that. So? I doubt it. Not now. You've got a
Hates
point.
admiring.
Don't try to. I doubt it.
Loves
I can't
jokes.
argue with excellent. Be seeing you.
All right. We have assisted the
Oh,
town.
It's you. My brother goes on and on about you. I know you saved us and everything, but it does get tiresome after a while. Typical old. If I had my way, we'd go down there and burn him out. You're talking. Just go away.
You're talking to me and I don't like you. Goodbye. Man, this lady's just like me. It will not surprise you to learn that I have said that to people before. Not like all the time, only like when I feel like it's important. Because, like, I have found that often if I tell somebody I don't like them, I immediately like them a little bit better afterward. You know, just be like, hey, you know, now it's not my problem anymore. Now it's their problem. I don't have to feel it, you know, it's gone. I already dealt with it by saying it. Well, there we go. We've dealt with the Ayleswell problem. We're going along the road. We might end up at the Priory at this rate, which would be very, very scary stuff. After all, that's where the main quest wants you to go.
Hello. We'll never forget how you saved us from Ankatar's crazy magic. What can I do for you?
This is a good Argonian model. I like it. It's got character.
I say live and let live. Others in the village are not so forgiving, though. I don't blame him for keeping to himself. I don't even know what a will-o'-the-wisp is. Goodbye.
Too bad I couldn't take that one horse, though. Alright. Guess we can go back and talk to him. 'Cause there's a way to get inside. Thought I saw a door. Yeah. Oh, I have no lockpicks. Well, I did not see a door in any relevant way.
I still can barely believe it. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. They fixed all the things that kept the game from being highly playable, and now they're all better. They fixed the leveling system. It's still like a bit obscure and strange, but like not restricting the amount of points you get leveling up is a dramatic improvement. And well, I could have made my character way different if I had known, but to thievery, they don't do thievery a lot. Well, you know, we haven't really found any place where there's anything worth stealing, though, have we? These, you know, these little inns, these are places with just junk, you know. They've got, you know, bread and whatnot. If there was something nice, you know. But like, although we are a thief, we're born under the sign of a thief, right? It's like I don't like zodiac stuff, but like my star sign, whatever, the sign I'm born under is Leo, but like I'm not a lion. You know, that's just what the stars were, allegedly. It's ridiculous. We're not going to get into it, but you know. But no, we don't do thievery a lot yet, but we will eventually. Oh yeah, a horse. I could have stolen that horse. That would have been good. That would have been nice thieving. I tried to take the Imperial horse, but it was stuck there. You know, I couldn't get it. Well, I've been having the most fun, but I actually really do need to stop. I gotta get something to eat, but I will probably be back on later to stream more. Almost certainly. Can't imagine that I'm not going to. But it's been great hanging out, Natasha. Thanks for being here. To anyone who might be watching in the future, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. I cannot recommend a game as much as this one. You know, it's wonderful. If you haven't played it before, I think you'll like it. If you have played it before, I think you'll love the changes. But until I return, that's all I've got for you right now. But I am quite excited to bring more Skyrim, not Skyrim, Oblivion. See, you know, I'm getting the name all wrong. They released Skyrim 12 times and Oblivion only twice. But that's all I've got for you today. See you. It's just a very heavy metal title screen, and I love it. I mean, like, what is not to like? And then they really knocked it out of the park.